So then we are back with more understandings from the scriptures from the Aramaic English translation. Previously we were speaking of some lies and twistings and scoundrelization of the scriptures. So then we begin understanding where it came from. Because from the heavenly understanding there are areas and steps of formation. Each camp, each side must maintain a standard. Each camp must be standardized. In terms of speaking of the Gentiles, there are prices to be paid. The Creator has set in a certain way and must be in a certain way. So then camps, they are only for the set apart Hebrews and those who are invited by Ruach HaKodesh. That's why then Yahweh said, only those that Yahweh the Father draws from the outside can produce works of justices. They are placed into the camp for further teaching. And the objective of each camp is forming the people. They are forming them into another group. They would go out then and form another holy land. This is the objective. So then each part must do its share. The Gentiles outside of the camp, they have the world's market in their hands. In the camps, the Hebrews, they don't do any dealings with the world's market. The saved Hebrews must be in the camps. They have the ministrations of the Creator. 7 spirits of Elohim, 7 functions. Only the set apart Hebrews saved in the camps can function. Outside, the Gentiles, they don't function. They don't minister. But they have the world's trade in their hands. This is the way it functions, each with his side. Gentiles, they have the world's trade. They don't minister. In the camps, the set apart Hebrew brothers saved, they minister, but they don't mix themselves with the world system. The set apart saved Hebrews, they are served. The Gentiles outside, they service the land for them, and they provide what is required while they are involved in teaching other people. That's Yahweh's plan, not mine. If you have a problem with the plan, don't go to Yahweh, because you know the type of person He is. And if you are not obedient to His instructions, He doesn't want to converse with you. He is the top person, and He gave His instructions. We have our duties before Him. We have the guidelines of the Shilishim, and most importantly, by Himself. So we Gentiles, we have a level of faith. The set apart Hebrews, they have the oracles, they have the Torah and the instructions and the prophets and the writings. Those are maintained 100% in each camp. Do you have a problem with it? Don't go talk to him, because you are judged. If you have a problem, you are judged. The understanding comes from Yahweh Himself when He was preaching and teaching outside, and then they were dusty. They came in a house for a meal, and they were ready to recline, and they were dusty. And Yahweh, in the form of the Son, felt uncomfortable. So he went around with a towel and some water. He was washing around. Came to Shimon. Shimon had a Gentile mind. You're not going to wash mine. If you don't let me wash you, you have no part in me. Not only then down there and then my arms and my whole body then. Ooh, Shimon. Had to be Shimon. So then if we do not submit, we are judged. There is no later conversation of going to heaven or any other action. And it is very serious. We don't play around with this area because it costed him a lot. His beloved son. And he was at no fault. And then do you think we have the luxury of having a problem? He gave us his holy guidelines, and then we have the courage and the audacity of having a problem with them? Set apart, saved the Hebrews, they were meant to be in camps, perfecting the second service with the first anointing, functioned, sensed, shepherding the Gentiles. No mixing with the world's market. Gentiles, they are saved by faith. They can do market in the world, and they exercise their faith. They don't mix. Set apart, Gentiles, Gentiles. So then people begin to be more aware of what's going on, but much more coming up.